Titans got going in Seattle on the offensive side of the ball, especially in that second half of the game, as they put up more points in the second half than they had in the first 6 quarters of the season. Ultimately, they win 33-30 on that overtime kick from Randy Bullock. It was great to see the offense start to hit its stride, though. Derrick Henry, 182 yards. Titans are now 10-0 all time when he rushes for more than 150 yards in a game. Ryan Tannehill threw for 347 yards. Henry, Jeremy McNichols, Michael Pruitt, unsung heroes in the passing game on Sunday. Chester Rogers with a couple of big catches for the Titans. A.J. Brown had an off game with 4 drops that I know he wants back and will work hard to correct this weekend and for the rest of the season. But we got our first real taste of what Julio Jones can be in the two-tone blue. 6 catches for 128 yards, his first 100-yard game as a Titan, and he definitely demonstrated flashes that made him a 7-time Pro Bowler during his decade in Atlanta. And after the game, we got a chance to talk with Julio Jones about his performance.
You know, Tannehill, you guys really seem to be clicking. What was hitting there? How much pressure you guys got under?
Offensive line did a great job. Running backs did a great job, allowing Tanner to be able to throw balls out there. For me, like I said earlier, it just, just working one day at a time, getting better, being on the same page.
How much more was this the best version of yourself you were talking about last week?
Right. I'm still striving to get there. But it's gonna be one day at a time. I mean, it's just a process. I can't force it. I can't make it happen sooner. Just keep just getting better each and every day as far as practice-wise.
You get a good explanation on the touchdown?
No, I don't. I mean, I control what I can control, right? So whatever they ruled it, they said it was wasn't a touchdown. So my mindset and mentality is just get the next play. We just got to go out there and play ball.
Did you take a peek or ever see a replay or a picture of it?
Yeah, the guys I just saw it, but I felt like I was in once I caught the ball because I looked down, caught the ball, secured the catch, 1 foot down, 2nd foot down, and I felt like I scored, but I mean, that's not my place to do their job. That's their job. They're professionals at what they do. And they try to make every call the best judgment they can do. Like I said, it's not my job to go out there and officiate the game.
And you don't have to prove anything. Anybody's been to 7 Pro Bowls and had a heck of a career, but does it feel good to come in, have a game like this, kind of show your new teammates, hey, I'm here, this is kind of what I'm about?
For me, it's all about the team, just going out there and just being ready on each and every play for those guys, going to work with them each and every play. And it feels good just come out of this game with a win, with a team win. Just the way we went out there and being relentless and, didn't stop, just kept going, kept playing for one another.
We know it's been a while that AJ looks to you as a guy for guidance, leadership, etc. What do you say to him after a tough game like today? I've
been doing this for 11 years. They come and go, these games, right? So one game don't define him, one play don't define him. He's a great talent. He's a great player. He's going to be a great player in this league for a long time. He has all the tools, everything. His mentality is there. If he needs me, I'm here for him. But he's not, down on himself, things like that. That's for him to tell. But for me, looking at him as the older guy on the team, for him, is one game is not going to define you.
Given how last week went and how today started, how much pressure did you put on yourself to try to help spark this offense and get things going the way you think it needs to go?
For me, like one play at a time. I don't put no added pressure on myself. I always come out here and just try to do every play the best way I can possibly do it, right? That starts at practice and things like that. So when I get to the game, I'm ready to go. It's no thinking. I'm just going out there having fun on Sundays and playing with my teammates.
In the second half of this game, we see the offense, the Titans offense can be.
I mean, we had a heck of a second half. And we finished the way we wanted to finish. I haven't watched film yet or anything like that, so we just got to continue to keep getting better. But it was a great team win.
You obviously watched Derek from afar. You guys have done it for a long time. It's cool to kind of see him kind of do this thing up close and personal as a teammate.
Absolutely. Just weighing on those guys, breaking tackles, doing everything Bama built, doing everything we asked of him in critical situations, giving him the ball when he's going to take care of it. Ultimately, just a great teammate, great leader on the team, and he put us on his back towards the end, him and the O-line.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Over here at the smart screen now with Keith Bullock as we break down some of the plays from today's game. KB, after a disappointing debut last week, it seems pretty clear the Titans wanted to target Julio Jones, and Todd Downing made sure he got some opportunities to make some plays, and it paid off.
Yeah, that's very smart. You want to get this future Hall of Famer involved in this offense early in the season to get it going, and it came right back to him. This play last week was intercepted. He was able to make this play. Conversion, first down, move the chains. Get his confidence going early in the game. Make him be a part of the game. Help the offense. Let's go, Julio. Now they come back to him on a second and medium, in deep in their territory. Boom, long shot. Take a shot. We've seen Julio do this his whole career. Now he's doing it in a Titans jersey. That's what we like to see. Show that swag that he's always had. Speaking of swag, this play right here, man, I thought this was 6, without a doubt. 1, 2, you think he got that toe tag swag? Refs saw it differently. They called it out of bounds, incomplete. Titans had to settle, but fortunately, it didn't hurt the Titans in the end. We could have won the game in regulation with this, but I just like the fact that he made the play. He's getting that confidence to be in this offense and shows he's going to be the contributor that we've seen him to be his whole career.
Yeah, he said he would play better, and he delivered. How about the Titans' defense? They gave up a lot of big plays, but they also made some plays as well. Think back to the first half. Seattle gets new life after Nick Westbrook-Akina gets called for roughing the punter. The Titans' defense, though, on the ensuing drive, they do a nice job here.
Yeah, this was big. Russell Wilson, they get him on first down. Right now, they get him out of field goal range, right on that first down play. Now the defense can pin their ears back. Now on third down, boom, another pressure. You see the defensive ends get upfield, then that collapse the pocket. Big Jeff with the sack. Now this is the play of the game for me defensively. The pressure, the force, in overtime, make him make an errant throw where you think he's going to go downfield for a big play. The defense stepped up. That's what you call bend but don't break. You find the times within the game where you can make a play to help your team win, and the defensive line, they did it big time today when their number was called.
Yeah, forced a punt from deep in Seattle territory. The Titans go down to get a field goal.
They're in field position right away.
Yeah, Titans defense still a work in progress, but from what we saw today, it looks like the progress is being made.
JB Keith, thank you very much. Obviously, true points about the defense bending in the first half for sure, but then stepping up in a big way in the second half, and that allowed that offense to really get going with Julio Jones, and definitely Derrick Henry ran for 182 yards, and you just really felt the offensive line establishing their presence and taking over the game in the second half. You heard Jonathan Hutton mention it earlier that Henry had a big chunk of that yardage in the fourth quarter and in overtime. And I think the moment you felt in the stadium that the Titans really had a shot after everything that went against them early and all of the mistakes and being down by 15 in the game and 14 in the fourth quarter was when Henry busted free and went for that 60-yard touchdown early in the fourth quarter. That was the moment when I think everybody, even Seahawks fans, thought, uh-oh. The Seahawks defense doesn't really have an answer for the Titans right now. The Seahawks offense better do something, otherwise this could change quickly here. And that's when the defense stepped up, took over, and the Titans went right back to Derrick Henry. He got the tying touchdown with 29 seconds left in regulation. Derrick Henry at the podium after the game talking about the Titans' stick-to-itiveness in their ability to find their identity, fight through the adversity, and get a big road win.
Derrick, after the game, you said you saw, you came, you heard, and you conquered. Exactly what was it that you heard? What were you referring to?
Coming in a hostile environment. Last week we didn't play to our standards, which that was on us. We took full responsibility for that game, and in front of our fans, and coming way West Coast, like I said, the hostile environment. The fans are relentless, and for this organization, and for this city. And I mean, I don't think nobody expect us to come out here and get a W. But I know we just stuck together, trusting, what we preach and what coach preaches, and how we practice and how we play, that it'll eventually come together for us, and glad to come out here and get a win.
Did anyone talk at halftime, Derek?
Say it again?
Among the players, anybody saying anything during halftime?
The only person that talked was the head coach.
And the message, you said, basically, it's not about saying what the identity is, but showing it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't sit here and talk and not go out there and do. So that's what coach is talking about. We can talk all we want, but until we go out there and do it, it's just talk. So, we just want to go out there and put it all together. And like I said, happily to get a good win against a great team in a hostile environment.
When you feel like things were maybe kind of turning, and you feel like maybe in the process game you got your identity back? You talked about wanting to play your standard. Do you feel like you guys started to do that today?
Well, I felt like we was putting drives together, but we just wasn't finishing in the end zone. We kept getting 3 points and stalling. And, we just knew, we can move the ball, but we just got to, finish in the end zone. And, once we came back out, that was the main focal point is, put drives together and score points. And we got field goals, but we knew that wasn't going to help us, against this team, and I was glad we was able to get in the end zone.
Getting back to that identity, finishing this game the way you guys know you can, how much can that potentially be a springboard for you going forward? Yeah,
I think you just enjoy this one, a tough fought battle, and have that 24-hour rule and get ready for the next one. We got another tough opponent coming up, division opponent, so, tough, hard-fought battle. Come in after a day off, watch the film, grow, and then get back to work again.
Derek, how tough is it to lose Taylor, right before the game? And what you think about Ty, and then later Aaron coming in on that left side too?
It's always tough lead. It's always tough not having one of your veterans, your leaders on your team, and the energy he brings to this team. We all feed off of it. So, just can't wait to get him back out there. Ty did a great job. As always, the next man up. Prepare like you are the starter throughout practice, throughout training camp. And that's what those guys did. Came in and did their job like they're supposed to.
Real cool about you. I guess you watching him and kind of seeing him kind of get back to the way he's used to playing. How good was that to see, and how good is that to be his teammate this season?
Yeah, it's pretty cool seeing him out there making plays, finishing for it, in yards after the catch. You always hear about it, see the highlights, but in person it's pretty cool.
I think it was a career high in receptions today for you, and then you also had some pretty solid pass pro, blitz pickups, obviously the rushing attack. Do you feel like this was one of your more well-rounded performances over your career?
Really just trying to do my job. Knew they were going to blitz. They love to blitz the safety, and just had to pick him up. He's a great player, a tough player, and me just being available for the quarterback if nobody was open, and just catching the ball and getting what I can after I catched it. Get the catch.
What's just the 0-2? I know it's still only 2 games into the season, but the stats for teams that start 0-2 very rarely make the playoffs. How big is it just to be 1-1 versus 0-2 right now?
I don't really get into all that. I just focus on what we do week after week, and how we play as a team. I don't get caught up into all the scenarios and the records. Just focus on what we need to do as a team to come out here and get a win, and happy that we were able to get a win today.
Is this the type of effort, do you focus on what you need to do as a team? The second half, is this the type of effort you have to repeat?
I think, we all love the way, we finished the game. Like I said, it was early in the game where we got drives going and we didn't get in the end zone. But, you just, like I said, this game is NFL, it's going to be tough. You're going to have adversity. But as long as we stick with it and play to, our standard, that, everything else fall in place for us.
We are back with former Titan great Keith Bulluck and Outkicks Jonathan Hutton. Guys, I know it's only week 2, but this was a huge win for the Titans. Keith, what can a win like this do to galvanize a franchise?
Well, it could do a lot. It could do a lot for a franchise in the sense that week 1, we already know. Throw that out the door. The first half, it was kind of shaky, but that team in the second half showed that they put it together, and if they believe in themselves and everything that the coaches and everyone teaching during the week, they can pull it out. That'll take them far. Now they have that confidence that they didn't have going into this game.
Well, the Titans are home to face the Colts next week, Jonathan. Carson Wentz may not be available, so advantage Tennessee there. Listen, they need to take care of business and get a divisional win over a wounded team at home next week.
No doubt. I mean, these are pivotal matchups every year with their divisional rival. And Wentz sprained his right ankle in the fourth quarter today. He missed the final 2 drives. A big part of his game is extending plays with his feet. So he's affected with that injury even if he plays next week. And he's affected because of their offensive line. They're giving up a lot of pressure. He's been hit 21 times. He's been sacked 6 times in 2 weeks. They have a chance to send Indy to 0-3 right out of the gate. This is advantage Titans. They need to take advantage in week 3.
Well, still a huge week 2 win for the two-tone blue, and great to have Keith Bulluck and Jonathan Hutton here in studio to break it all down. Thanks for being here, fellas.